Good morning, let me get in focus. How is everybody? Reuben! I'm dressed, I'm gonna have some breakfast, and got some work to do today. Gotta send some emails. I know we kind of just keep mentioning that we're doing some work and sending some emails. We'll make this information available to you very soon when we can really, and when we kind of just get a bit further. I'm being very vague. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything what's going on very soon, alright? Today is just going to be a busy one. I'm so sad. I'm so sad, right? This morning I couldn't get to sleep and I've been looking online at crocheting hooks. I'm going to go to the range and buy myself a crocheting hook and I'm going to crochet some scarves. Is there anything more camp in life than that? Then 26 next October, not next October. Is it the 1st today? On the 30th of this month. I'm 26-year-old and I'm going to crochet a scarf. Yeah, that's what's happening. You would think I'd be off doing drugs or something, but no. Crocheting a scarf. I don't drink. I don't drink. I don't have caffeine past the time of 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And now I crochet. So that's happening and that's fine. Each to their own. I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner, but I'll probably try. Oh, I am. I'm going to make those Swedish meatballs that I got from IKEA yesterday. We didn't eat them yesterday because I had a phone call with Ken, so I didn't manage to make them. And I'm going to get some frozen peas and just do Swedish meatballs. All right, Reuben. And he needs to go on a walk. He's desperate, bless him. This is what happens. He goes to the door and he's like, please take me on the field to chuck the ball. I'm desperate.
Hello guys, so today's a bit of a funny day really. It's really quite miserable, right? It's raining, it's hence why I'm like wet, yeah. As you can see, it's not very nice outside today unfortunately, but it is, well for you guys, we're already in October because these videos aren't pre-recorded at all. No, it's the last day of September today, so you want to be on camera? Is that what you're wanting? You're sitting like a good boy. Hey? You're sitting like a good boy. He just jumped up there and was like, hello. Today's been a bit of a funny day really. We've done some work earlier on. We've sent a couple of important emails and stuff. And I think today's just a bit of a day, and I don't think the weather really helps. I know that I've said this in a couple of vlogs, that Boris Johnson keeps on changing the rules and regulations as we learn more about the obvious. I don't want to say the word because there's a theory that if you keep on talking, well, if you mention the C word that is around the world at the moment, that your YouTube videos don't reach as many people as they potentially could. But you know what I'm on about. Boris Johnson keeps on changing the rules as they keep learning new things, and he's just made a new announcement. We have had the worst day ever in the UK for new cases, not deaths but new cases, so it's a bit alarming really. We have, Aiden will tell you that I've been a bit of a stickler for the rules, and that's not a bad thing necessarily. Basically where it comes from is that I don't, and I was trying to explain this to Aiden after an argument yesterday about it all. It's not that he doesn't want to listen to the rules, because we are both listening to the rules, but then sometimes I'm taking them even further because I don't believe that the government know exactly what's going on, so I'm wanting to be even more careful when I'm like outside anywhere, you know, with different people and stuff. So basically I don't want my nana to get it, yeah, and me think that it could have been me that gave her it. She could have got it yesterday when she went to the doctors for a flu jab. She could have got it when she went to get petrol, when she drove here. I just don't want to blame myself for her getting it, yeah, and not actually knowing that she got it from me if I had it. Does that make any sense? Because you'll never know how you got the virus if you have had it, or if you get it in the future. You're never going to know clear as day that 100% you got it from this person. And because it is a virus, when we went to the cafe, like, it is possible that it can go from one customer to Aiden's mum to Aiden, Aiden to me to Nana, and then Nana to the petrol shop lady or the doctors yesterday or whatever. So it's a scary world that we live in at the minute. However, I do have a big belief, yeah, that the next year will be a different thing, at least I hope, yeah? I did a bit of research into swine flu, and I didn't realise this, but when that happened, it was declared a global pandemic from the World Health Organization in April. There was a... what's the word that I'm looking for? There was a vaccine come December of that year, and then it was declared no longer a pandemic the following summer. Okay, I think it gives me hope that this is the thing. But back in 2011, the world was a different place, especially online. Yeah, on Facebook, now you get all your news from Facebook and you get all your news from Twitter. Yeah, but on Facebook and Twitter 10 years ago, you would check into these places. So and so likes this page. Yeah, and then it'll be selfies, and Instagram was just pictures of food and stuff. Yeah, but now it's so easy to access brand new information. Yeah, and that you think that is true, but it's absolutely false. It's the era of fake news right now that we're living in. So when you hear people like, oh, I don't trust the vaccine, etc., then it can be like, well, what? Like, where's the evidence behind that? And if you've got any evidence behind it, then please drop it in the comments below. I think sometimes it's based on that certain vaccines have took years and years to make. So it's like, oh, well, I don't trust the vaccine. That's already been tested for the past 6 months or whatever. So it's a scary world we're living in, and I'm hoping that it'll all calm down for 2021. And it'll be a thing of the past. I say this to Aiden all the time when major things happen, yeah, in the world. They eventually become, or a lot of them become, something that is no longer spoken about, yeah. I've just been speaking to a friend on the phone, and he was saying that HIV and AIDS, that was a huge thing once upon a time. Yeah, it's still obviously a massive thing now, but like it was spoken about a lot more in the media, in the press, and then even different things such as like when the Notre Dame Cathedral was on fire. That was major news, but things aren't major news forever, unless it's like certain things that are constantly spoken about, such as like 9/11. Yeah, we still speak about that. Obviously, the coverage in media isn't as strong as it once was when 9/11 actually happened. I hope all that makes sense. This isn't turning into a massive ramble, but I think it's because I feel a bit meh today because of everything that's going on, and the rain, and so I just needed a bit of a vent to you guys, and I hope that was all right. I needed a bit of a vent. I'm hoping things will be better. God knows that they can get much worse, because I do have privilege. Oh God. Ramble. Hello guys. So, after that ramble, I do apologise. You might think that I am a lot for Aiden to deal with, and that would be true. I am a lot to deal with. And I think a lot of people are. Naturally, in relationships, we've all got our quips and quirks. Is that the same? Quips and quirks? Although Aiden also is also a lot to deal with at times. Although, yes, he makes lovely meals. He takes care of a lot of the housework, and he's been nothing but a rock for me this past year. Sorry. But one thing that he has a tendency to do is to start new hobbies and then move on pretty quickly. For the past 3 weeks, he's been learning French, which is great. No problem. Like it's late at night. He's in bed and he's just learning French. He's not spending like hours and hours on it. And then yesterday he was playing around with his piano and trying to make some music, and he then shoots himself down and said, oh, I'm not putting that on YouTube. If you'd love to hear his music, then please comment below. But like that's what he was doing yesterday. However, this morning, as I heard him say to you, and yes, I had a longer conversation about it, Aiden disclosed that he wants to take up knitting or crocheting or something with needles and thread. Okay, one of them. And he has... Sorry. This is what I'm having to deal with. Basically, he's wanting to take that up. I didn't expect that this morning. I at all from him. I just didn't put him down as a knitter or a crocheter. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So we're going to head out. We could do with a couple of bits of groceries and shopping, just some extra milk and stuff. So we're going to head out, and there's a shop we can get some milks and stuff, and he's found a extremely cheap needle and thread knitting kit or whatever, so he's going to get that, and I think he's going to start crochet. I think he said that he's going to make sure that things are cheap this year for Christmas. He's going to make a lot of the stuff rather than buy a load of the stuff, which is totally fine. Sometimes it's nice to get something that's made than bought, isn't it? Oh, and speaking of presents, I suppose, nice little segue. It is Aiden's birthday on October. I almost said April there. Not April. October the 30th, so you'll obviously see that, and me and my Nana were talking about the other day, and we were wondering what to get him, and I figured out what I'd like to get him, but we'll wait and see what he actually wants for his birthday. But he said a couple of things that he wants. I'm like, well, in your dreams, but I know there's something. It's nice to get someone something that is useful and practical and that they want. Yeah, and especially if you can get something that is useful and practical and that they want, but they didn't even realise that they wanted. Yeah, that's even better. When you're like, oh my God, this is perfect for this. Like, why I haven't had one before? That's what it's like. A bit like us with our aircon. Yeah, upstairs. I've spoke about it in a lot of videos. But why we didn't have aircon before baffles me. Yeah, and we didn't know we needed it, but when we got it, we were like, we need this in our lives. So if you can find something like that for a loved one over Christmas, then obviously do. This was another ramble. Oh, we can talk about this later. But what was your thoughts on the first presidential debate between Biden and Donald Trump? Let me know in the comment box below. It just went on the telly there, so I'm just wondering what your thoughts are. Let us know and have a chat.
I'm being sad and I'm getting crocheting sticks. Please don't judge me. Please don't.
Judge him.
Alright, that's fine. I'm going to get one of these and a crocheting stick. And then I might just get a 5-inch one. That would be fine for now. Just while I'm testing the waters. Then I'm going to get some.
Are you a grandma?
I'm now a grandma.
Do you do any grandma impersonation?
I'm going to crochet.
No, just like, in fact, use this as his in the frame.
I'm going to crochet a scarf. Bye. Grandmas don't want to do that.
Come. Bless you. Sit. Good boy. Paw. Yes. Touch. Good boy. Paw. Good boy. Pray. Pray. Yes. Sit. Pray. Pray. No, not stand. Sit. Stand. Good boy. Sit. Legs. Yes. Good boy.
It's like we're in IKEA, look.
The Swedish meatballs and cranberries. No, sorry, lingonberry sauce.
They never give you enough of the sauce, do they, either?
Peas and mash. We got these at IKEA yesterday.
I mean, it looks like really good. It tastes amazing.
Yes.
If you've ever been to IKEA, if you've not had the meatballs and mash and lingonberry sauce and peas in IKEA, then I tell you what, you're absolutely missing out.
So we're tucking into this. How are we getting on then, Grandma?
I'm frustrated because as I'm trying to go through.
Tell them what you've done so far. You just
I've
learning,
just
aren't
finished that initial chain.
Can't really see it. I haven't got it on the product setting.
You see the chain. I think I need to watch another a video on it.
Say that again, but an actual diction.
I think I need to watch another video on it because I'm finding it difficult.
Yeah. So,
but we're gonna crack on. We're gonna keep going.
Yes, and then hopefully by Christmas,
I'm gonna be.
You might have a coaster.
A master. A master crochet. I phoned my mum about it. My mum can crochet. And she's like, well, FaceTime. She gives lessons over FaceTime. So that might be a bit of an idea, do you think? Mm-hmm. I think we'll do that. I just want to get like, it's basically I can do the first thing, right? It's after this first
Bit.
I can't, because you've got to go back through, but then I don't know what I've gone through or not.
Well, Steph can crochet, can't she?
Yeah, good idea.
I should really start doing my hair. I don't really do it often. Well, not the way it was. I look at a pretty state. Anyhow, it has been an hour, okay? And I need to stop looking at the screen. It's a new camera. It has been an hour, and I am very, very impressed. I know I took the mick out earlier on out of Aiden, how indecisive he is with his new hobbies. However, I think you should say at the camera exactly what you have just said regarding your mind, right? Now, it's nothing, it's obvious, he hasn't knitted, or what are you doing, knitting or crocheting? He hasn't crocheted a bedspread in an hour, but for us on the basis that he has no experience in it, right? But show them what you did in your first ever hour. That's good.
Yeah, totally is.
Yeah, it's good. Explain what you just said when you're crocheting.
Just living in the present for a bit whilst I'm crocheting.
That's not what you said.
What did I say?
That just takes your mind, like it doesn't let you worry about anything or let your mind wander. It just, because you've got to concentrate on it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a bit therapeutic, isn't it? It's a bit relaxing.
Lets you zone out.
That's the kind of vibe that no, that's what I'm saying. You don't zone out.
No, well, it lets you zone out from day-to-day worries and whatnot, and because you're just focusing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite enjoying it actually.
Good. But
That's a bit.
so
If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already, click the subscribe button. And Ryan's doing this in the background. to
turn your volume up, because you're like,
if you've enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already, click that subscribe button and also click the notification bell so you're notified whenever we upload. We'll speak to you tomorrow. Goodbye.